We are back.
Welcome to the Witches Coffee Talk. I am Moon from Spiritual Moon, and this is.
I am Opal Luna from Fiber Magic and the Grove, and we are back. I know we've been 3 weeks apart for a couple of times.
Yes.
It's summertime. We got things to do. Next week I'm going to be at Mystic South in Georgia.
Awesome.
So this seemed like to wait the extra week, and then now we'll be on track again.
We'll be back on track.
Back on track every other week.
Hmm.
Today I'm going to make this cute crow.
Nice.
Look at this little guy.
Yeah.
So I got this pattern for $1 on Revelry from Deprecat Games,
Nice.
and I've probably sold a dozen of them already. So it's very. This one's got sparkly green eyes. I'm going to make one with sparkly blue eyes today. I cheated a little and made all the toes and beak and everything because it's a little more than a 30 and a 45-minute pattern, but I'll try to make the body in that time.
Hmm.
Okay. I'm going to chain two and then just follow this pattern here, 6 single crochets in the second chain from the hook.
Nice.
All right. So what have you been up to since for the last 3 weeks, Moon?
Um, Working, dealing with family stuff, and just enjoying summertime.
It's been hot here in South Florida. I think it's been hot everywhere.
Yes. The heat has really kicked it up a notch this year.
Okay, now I'm going to do 2 single crochets in each stitch around. You hear that thunder? I don't know if you can hear it, but it's been pretty rainy too, hot and rainy, which makes it very muggy.
Oh yes. But I noticed the weather has changed its pattern recently.
Mm-hmm.
Like we used to get like really bad storms around like 3, 4, maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now it's 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
because of how hot it's been getting such in the midday.
Yeah, I try to get up and do everything I want to do in the morning, especially if I have to go out in the car.
Hmm.
One more, 12. You know, when you use black yarn, you've got to count every row because um, you can't see the stitches very well. You're not going to be able to see those. All right. Believe me, there's 12. Now I'm going to go around and make 18.
Hmm.
So, like I said, next week we're going to Mystic South.
Hmm.
That will be in Georgia,
Yes.
and it's not going to be any cooler there.
No, I think it might be hotter because it's more inland.
But it's a beautiful hotel. We're going to the
Hmm.
Crown Plaza. Um, it's on the right on the road behind the airport
Hmm.
on the other side of Atlanta.
Nice.
It's a beautiful hotel. So I love conventions during the summer because it's too hot to be outside at the festivals for me anyway.
Unless you're up north. But even still up north, it's getting to the point of miserable.
Mhm. Yeah, my daughter lives in Illinois and they're doing their farmers markets and things now, but it's too hot for her.
Hmm.
Still hot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. There you go. Close it up. And make it 24. Um, what was I going to say? So one of the highlights that I'm looking forward to at Mystic South, I have a friend, Laura Perry, who wrote a book called Adriane's Tribe,
Mhm.
and she writes about and has a neo Minoan um, culture. I mean, all the details, and she's going to be doing a ritual in the Minoan style there, and she wants Carl to blow the shell to begin and end the ritual, and then she asked me to carry the statue of Rhea, the Mother Earth
Mhm.
goddess, in the ritual. So that's I'm looking forward to that. I like it when things are happening later after the market closes because, like, from 9 to 7, I will be selling all my stuff in the magical market.
Mhm.
But then after that, we can grab something to eat and then do the nighttime rituals and concerts and things like that.
Nice.
It's fun. And then when you're staying in the hotel, at midnight or whatever, you just
Mhm.
go collapse in the bed
Mhm.
and get up the next day and do it all over again.
Oh yeah. I know. Was starting to plan for turning tides.
Yes, Turning the Tide is a festival. Now that'll be outside, but it's in February. It's actually the first weekend of February this year, so it'll be our Imbolc celebration,
Mhm.
and um, it's gonna be a lot of fun. I don't know if I'll do a workshop this year. I guess I could. I'm doing a workshop at Mystic South. I'm going to do the elemental stitches and make the little pouch from the different stitches so that all the elements are balanced
Mhm.
in your pouch, so you can use it to as like a magical pouch for a
Mhm.
spell bag, or you could like wear it to put your pendulum in it to
Mhm.
attune it to your heart chakra or something like that.
Mhm.
You've got all the elements in there.
Nice.
All right, now I'm just going to go around
Mhm.
5 times.
Yes.
Now I won't have to think.
Mhm.
So the next thing that we're getting ready for here in the Grove is Lunasa.
Yes.
And that will be outside, but it'll just be outside in the yard.
Mhm.
So it won't be so bad. You can come in and cool off if you want to.
Yes. It's going to be very hot.
It will be hot. That's why we're not going to get started till like 5 o'clock in the
Mhm.
afternoon. Some of the more uh, serious hearted will be out there. Well, I can't say serious hearted, but the steadfast, whatever temperature, who cares, will be out there doing hobby horse
Mhm.
races. You know who I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Birch Von Baum will be out there with her hobby horse.
Yes.
We'll have axe throwing and different games, just like what festivals of Lou in ancient times would be.
Mhm.
And then it won't be till like 8 o'clock till we start the ritual. So,
Mhm.
well, it won't be totally dark yet, but it'll be okay for to have a fire out there
Yes.
because that's always fun.
Mhm. I can't wait. I'm going to be the Morgan.
Oh yes, and I'm going to be Caraguen.
Yes.
Caraguen.
That's going to be so much fun.
I recently got obsessed with the Caraguen. I was
Mhm.
I listen to books on tape when I'm crocheting. This way, I don't have to turn the pages, or I can
Mhm.
just concentrate on what I'm doing and listen to the story.
Mhm.
And I found this book about her, and I listened to it, and it was so inspiring. She inspired the the bards with the Awen, and she's she's she stayed in Wales, because the Welsh language is so different from anything anybody was speaking around there.
Mhm.
It stayed very pure for hundreds and hundreds of years, and until they finally got Christianized like everybody else. Uh, the Caradwen was a symbol of inspiration. Caradwen's cauldron um, was where you got the gift of speaking and singing and telling stories. And it wasn't until uh, she got kind of demonized by the Christianity that she became the hag. She was always beautiful. And so I did a altar goddess of her. I crocheted an altar goddess of her, and I made her very pretty with her cauldron.
Yeah, awesome. I know, like, standing back and it's just like, wow, this year is already halfway over.
Yeah, July.
Mhm.
Yesterday was the 4th of July, so Carl and I were married 27 years yesterday.
Awesome.
We celebrated in pure Carl and Alba style. We laid around the house until 2 o'clock, and then we went to the mall and got Chinese food.
You love Chinese food.
And then we had appointments for mani-pedis at the day spa there.
Nice.
And then we just walked around. We went into the Bath and Body Shop and sniffed all the all the oils and candles and things.
Mhm.
The Yankee Candle is gone from the mall, from the Coral Square Mall.
I know.
I missed that. Didn't get to sniff the candles.
So instead of that store, I go to Bath
Bath and Body Works.
Bath and Body Works. I want to say Bath and Beyond, but they are no longer going to be working soon. They're closing their main stores.
Oh.
I go in there and smell their candles. Because they have very unique candles.
And and you can coordinate. You can have a room freshener and a candle and a bath bomb and all in the same Japanese cherry blossom.
I love to go during their sales because then I do all my Christmas shopping. All the ladies and men in my life. And then when Christmas comes, I'm done.
That's right.
I just have to put the different soaps and lotions into different bags, and I'm good to go.
And everybody appreciates it. I know I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that place.
Because my grandmother taught me, if you can save your money and get it on sale, it's better to give them an awesome gift, and they don't know how much you pay for it.
No.
And they'll appreciate it.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do his little butt by putting two stitches in each of the next 6 stitches, and that'll give him like a little junk in the trunk.
Junk in the trunk. So we have Lunasa, and then we have Pagan Pride coming.
Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm hoping that's going to be big because we've been getting everybody excited about that. We've got pavilion at Markham Park.
Nice.
And the pavilion holds 50 people, so I want to fill it.
Nice.
And then we're going to have 2 headliners. Nathan Hall, who wrote the Moonlit Moonlit Hedge, The Path of the Moonlit Hedge. Oh my goodness! And then Martha Capo, who co-wrote Thrifty Witchery. And so they're going to each do a workshop, and we will be recording them. They gave us permission to record them, so they'll be on the YouTube channel, and then they can use it for their own private promotion too. And then we'll probably have a 3rd speaker, but we don't know who that is yet. still a surprise, but we'll find out.
Oh yeah.
Okay, 3 more rows around
Mhm.
for a little butt. I'm going to take, like, between those 3 main events, we'll have some little activities too. So I just want to keep everything going. I mean, you're perfectly willing to just sit there and chill, and watch everybody if you want to, but there'll be something for everybody to do.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm going to demonstrate plarning, and which is something that the Grove does, and we turn plastic um, food bags into yarn, plastic yarn, and we crochet mats and donate them to Broward Outreach, and they distribute them to homeless so that they have a moisture barrier between their blanket and the ground.
Yeah.
It's very important, especially here in the summertime. With this heat, the bacteria grows quickly, and you can end up with a respiratory problem if your blanket stays wet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give everybody a plastic bag and have them plarn it, make it into plastic yarn. Anybody can do it. And then I'm going to put it all together, and I'll have a mat just about finished. So I just need to do that last row with the straps, and I'll do that with the ball of yarn that everybody made together, and then we'll bless it together. And I think that would be a nice activity for everybody to do.
And it's also a great way to recycle your bags too.
Right. Every mat keeps 700 bags out of the landfill. That's a lot of bags.
It is a lot of bags.
And a lot of of material in that landfill that is never going to break down. Even the ones that you get that are biodegradable, you realize they need air to biodegrade. So if they're buried in a landfill,
they're not going to.
They're still not going to. It's going to be, hundreds of years, and they're going to be.
Unless you do it at your own house and you compost it.
Yes.
You can do it that way. But a lot of people in South Florida and Broward County don't have the space.
Right.
Because the place I work at, we compost.
Oh, that's good.
But we compost grass from the yard, like the clippings and stuff for fertilizer.
Right. And that's great. And it really is like when Carl trims the bushes and all the things, the trees outside, he chops up everything that he cuts off, and he just throws it underneath into the hedge, so that it will break down and become more soil.
Yeah.
Yeah. People don't realize that when they clean out everything, they're actually making it harder for the plants to grow. They don't have that natural mulch, or and they have nothing that holds the moisture. That's why you have to water every day.
Yes. And this is why when they used to have chickens before they all passed away from old age, he used to take the clippings from the trees that had like a lot of good leaves on them and give them to the chickens.
Yeah. So another thing that I want to have a few minutes to do, and it won't take long, since Samhain, will be right around the corner. These things happen so quickly. Want to teach everybody that broom dance.
Yes.
So we can do that. Yes. We'll put that song on Bluetooth, and we'll dance. Gets everybody out of their seat a little bit too. Okay, so now I've got this shape, right? That's kind of crow-like. You see, this is the little bottom right down there. So you fold him in half, and this is where his beak is going to be. So you put an eye on each side. That's how you figure out where to put the eyes. these are going to be blue. I don't know if you can see it. You buy these things, they're all the same, but then they have these pieces of paper in different colors that you can put behind it.
Mhm.
So I like this. It kind of looks like Pac-Man right now. Right? You kind of.
It does.
So you wanna. So if you made one in what, yellow? I guess you can make one in yellow.
Yeah.
You try to get them even, so you don't have a wonky crow.
Wonky crow.
Unless you want a wonky crow, you can have a wonky crow if you want it. Okay. So now, if you got, this is what he's going to look like. His little eyes will be on each side of his head, and his little beak then will be in the middle. Now he looks like a little crow, doesn't he?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll put the backs on his eyes and I can give him some stuffing before I move on.
Yes. Snap.
I love these eyes. They come in so many different styles. I've got snake eyes, glitter eyes.
There.
Groovy. Put some stuffing in them.
Yes. Stuffing is king.
This is an old pillow. I know I mentioned before how expensive stuffing is, and if if you have a pillow or something that you're not using anymore, instead of tossing it, throw it in the washer so it's nice and clean, and then unstuff it.
Yes.
So again, it would literally sit in a landfill for multiple lifetimes.
Yes.
Instead of sitting on your shelf as a nice little crow. All right.
Because pretty soon I need to go buy new pillows.
Right.
So I will wash the pillows and de-stuff them and give the stuffing to you.
Oh, I look forward to it.
I just got to snatch them from the panda's grips. This is my favorite pillow. It's old. I have a new one for you.
It'll be so nice.
It'll be so nice.
I will make him something with the stuffing in it so that he can cuddle it. This is your old pillow.
This is your old pillow.
Make him a whoopee.
Whoopee, yes.
All right, now we're going to start decreasing so that we can close our little guy up.
So we have Samhain, and then we have Yule. And you've seen the...
I'm the peppermint priestess.
I'm the queen of the Tories. It's like I sat down when I was writing that. It's like high priestess, peppermint priestess. No, queen, peppermint priestess. We can do that. So there's no confusion.
That's right. I got to practice my song.
Yes.
I'm not just a misfit. I was listening to it the other day. I gotta write the words down.
Yes. And I'm also working on making the costume for Krampus.
Oh man.
The design is very easy. It's very simple but very easy to do.
Yeah.
I just have to go pick out the materials I want to use.
Right.
Because the bad thing is when you order stuff on Amazon, yes, it may be cheaper, but I need to go to Joann's to see the thickness for the veil.
Right. You want her to be able to see through it without being seen.
Like eye part and then the rest covered.
Right.
Like the eye part will still be covered, but everything else will be taken care of.
That's gonna be fun. And the panda, the panda warrior? Is he gonna have a costume too?
He's going to have the secret sword.
The secret sword.
he's trying to use to get the Yule log back.
You know, Panda used to have a full panda suit. Does he still have that?
Not a full panda suit. We still have the head.
Okay. Yeah, the suit needed to be retired. He wore that every chance he got for many years.
For many years, and then it became oh holy. Like some of his pants, I have to snag from him. I'm like, I need to fix these.
No, it's my favorite pants.
There's a hole. I need to fix the hole.
No, that's my air conditioning.
He says to me, you know him so well.
I know. Do I know him so well, or do I hear the same thing from Carl? I think that's more like it.
Oh, like I've actually been like going out looking for his size pants. Like I can find his size pants. I just need to get the long ones. That's
Right.
why I'm having issues with they're not long enough for him. He is a tall panda.
He is a tall panda.
6'5".
Wow.
I'm 5'5". And then I look at him. It's like, you put stuff on the top shelf when I can't reach. He's like, I know. I was like, you know I have a stool, right? Oh, I forgot. Never mind. You don't have a stool no more. I took it.
Hiding stuff from you.
Oh, yeah. He does.
Yep, same thing with Carl and I. Carl is 6 foot. I'm 5 foot. So it's the same thing. But he's gonna. We're gonna get a new washer and dryer and refrigerator for the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And when we do, we'll have to reconfigure the shelves a little bit. So he's gonna bring everything down 6 inches for me, so I can use all the shelves in the kitchen.
Nice. Nice.
And he won't have to hear, Carl, come get this down for me. Who put it up there? You did.
Oh, I know. Recently, I've been making homemade tortillas because I can make them gluten free and know they're gluten free.
Yeah.
And when I was at Walmart today, I was going down the center of like the big aisles, and like the one popular mesa that you used to make the tortillas, it actually says it's gluten free.
Oh, it says it on it.
It says it right on the at the top of it, gluten free.
Perfect.
I was like, yes. And like it's like $3.46. And I get more in that pack than I do online.
Perfect.
Because I made tortillas and he just like ate them.
Oh, there's nothing like fresh though.
Yeah.
But sometimes you don't have time to do fresh.
Mm-hmm.
The Walmart, this one up here by us, the food store, is good for gluten free. They have lots of options.
Yes.
Like 4 different types of Oreos.
Yes.
Who knew?
And like there's like a huge gluten free section at the one on McNabb too.
Yes, I think that's the one that I'm talking about. McNabb and Pine Island. No.
I'm talking about the one that's closest to McNabb and Rock Island.
Oh, Rock Island. Okay.
Yes. Good. There is one on Pine Island too.
Yeah, that's the one we go to.
Yeah.
That's a little one.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the big superstore?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good too.
Mhm. I find there's more gluten-free stuff in Walmart, Target, and Aldi's. That's easy to find because like they make it very easy on the packages, especially Walmart. Like they came out with gluten-free enchiladas, a lot of Mexican food, and it says it's gluten-free, and it's right there on the front of the package.
Yeah, it's so handy to have that because you're used to reading labels, but they hide things, and you have to know sometimes that malt malt sugars are barley, and that's not good. You have to like decode, break their code. But if it just says gluten free right on the package, then you're safe.
Oh yeah, all of these is great. Like you can pick up a package and you can turn it around, like the spaghetti sauce. You turn it around and it says gluten free. Like if they have sauces, like there's some Italian like the chicken masala sauce I get from all these. It says gluten free on it.
Good. All right, time to sew them all together.
Time to sew the crow together.
See my pretty nails that I got done yesterday?
Yay!
I always have to have them short and rounded because, long and square is not good for crocheting.
No.
I'm going to put some fluff in his nose. It's a fluffy nose.
Fluffy nose.
All right. See, now he looks like himself. I love it when they start getting personality when you're doing it. That's when I start talking to them. Hello, little crow.
Hello, little crow.
Do you know the difference between a crow and a raven? I know there's differences. Crows are taller, sleeker, longer feathers. Crows go, caw, caw. Ravens have a prettier voice. I was looking that up when I was making crows. So when I crochet, I like to take the opportunity to educate myself about the thing I'm doing. So if I'm making a little crow, I'm going to research crows and find out what the difference between a crow and a raven is and things like that, and what magical properties. The crow is a messenger. If you're sitting there and crows just start coming around, or if they're ravens, it could be Odin spying on you. So I like to do that. So that, especially when I'm doing my goddesses, because I like to introduce myself. Now, the Grove recently joined Covenant of the Goddess, and so we we meet with the local council, Everglades Moon Local Council, and they always pray to Coventina. And I didn't know Coventina. And so I looked her up, and apparently Coventina is an ancient Roman British goddess of wells and springs. I was making a snake or something. All right. And so I introduced myself to her, and I crocheted a Coventina goddess. You can see her on my Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
Look.
Nice.
Fiber Magic. I made her all blues and sparkly whites, and then I had her holding a jar, like an old-fashioned water jar, and then the water coming out of the jar and wrapping around her body.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cool. She will be at Mystic South on my table with the other goddesses. I've made Gaia and Nyx and Coventina and Caradwin. And I made a Medusa, and somebody bought it right away, so I made another one, and somebody bought that one, so I made a third one. Somebody bought that one, so I'm not going to have a Medusa for the table unless I make another one.
Medusa is popular.
Well, Medusa's so misunderstood.
Yes,
and,
she is.
Women should really look into that, look into Medusa. Here she was, a young girl, beautiful girl. And again, it was Athena's jealousy, just like Arachnia. She was jealous of her skills. Well, she was jealous of Medusa's looks, uh, at one point, a patron of Athena's temple said, "Oh, her hair is so beautiful, it rivals Athena herself." Now, thanks, guy. Okay, called Athena down on Medusa, and she turned her hair to snakes.
Mhm.
It didn't help that Poseidon, who had a rivalry with Athena,
Mhm.
saw that she was so devoted to Athena. He went into the temple and had his way with her right there. And then Athena, because she couldn't do anything to a fellow god, cursed her, blamed her for seducing him. When really it was not Athena's fault.
Mhm. You have the little wings on now.
Look at that! So now he just needs his tail and his little feet.
Yeah.
All right. Oop, 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 oop.
It's going to rain soon.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Come on. You can do it. I can do it. Oh, ding dong.
Ding dong.
That's the sound of somebody looking at my website. Ding dong.
Ding
I
dong.
get people from all over the world.
Mhm.
I had someone from the Ukraine the other day
Oh.
looking at my website.
Nice.
There's a big crafty community in the Ukraine.
Mm.
All right. There's a lot of Etsy stores.
Yeah.
Of people from the Ukraine. So if you want to support someone in the Ukraine, look at Etsy.
Mhm.
Find their shop on Etsy.
Yeah.
And then be patient because they may not be able to fill the order right away, but they will appreciate the sale.
Mhm.
It's a way to help.
Yeah.
All right.
Now you're working on
The tail.
the tail.
This is the extra little tail feather. See?
Mhm.
That makes you already got the tail sticking out, and now
Mhm.
you kind of cap it off.
Yeah.
With this.
Mhm.
And then you just have put on his little feet and it'd be all done.
Nice. Very nice.
So, what else?
What else have we been up to in this month? This past month? Finally figured out which ritual I'm going to be doing next year.
Oh, next year already you're thinking about? What you doing?
I'm going to be doing Ostara.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
That's a fun one, very lighthearted.
Mhm. I want to make it very campy.
Easy breezy, right?
Yeah. The one thing a lot of people are going to realize with my rituals, I'm going to be the campy one. I'm going to be the hilarious one. With the way we're going to do Yule, it's going to be perfect.
You haven't thought about what you're going to do for Ostara yet. I think it's just going to be a surprise.
Oh no, I have a plan. Because like I have Ostara, but I also have my third year.
Right.
I have to write, which I've already started. Because the rest of the classes I have for this year I've already done. I have pre-made them already, so they're all set to go.
Wow.
So now I can just sit down, write my rituals, and be on top of everything.
Uh-huh.
So if life happens, like it's been happening this last month, I'm not panicking.
You're smart. That is very Very smart.
Yes.
You can always change your mind, but you have that,
Template.
you have something
Yes.
right started. I'm going to be doing the main ritual for Pagan Pride,
Nice.
and my theme is E pluribus unum, out of many come one, because there's so many different paths in the pagan community, but yet when we come together, we are connected by our love for the mother, respect for the earth. There's a lot that we're more alike than different.
Yes.
So I'm going to put the druids in the east, and the witches in the south, and the bards in the west, and the shadow workers in the north, and then we'll go from there.
That's awesome. That's kind of like when I did Yule and I wrote it. I didn't want to do the traditional directions.
Yeah, you go cross quarters. I noticed.
Yes. But I also didn't write them traditionally, like,
north, south, east, west.
No. But I wrote them in a way that's not like like some of them will have the elements in them, like the south chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one.
That had to be inserted somewhere. So like I did all I wanted to bring Yule in the the stuff that was culturally appropriated from us back into the ritual.
Yeah. Our trees and our candles and our everything.
Having Krampus, Odin, Sleipnir, the sugar plum fairies.
I figured that the pagan traditions that I picked, and I'm going to make sure everybody knows that's not all the traditions there are. This is just a representation, because the druids in the east is like the intellect, the search for. And that's another thing that pagans all have in common. We study a lot. We have a unending thirst for knowledge. And the witches in the south have the passion of the activism, because witches through the ages have always been the activists. And then the bards sing the dreams in the west.
Yeah.
And then the shadow workers in the caves in the north, they're going to shine lights in all the nooks and crannies, right?
Into the darkness.
Right. So here he is.
Oh, he's so cute.
Little baby crow.
Little baby crow.
Caw, caw. Caw, caw. Yeah, you got a friend.
Yes.
They're all the same pattern, but they all are just a little bit different. That's what happened. That's handmade. That's the beauty of handmade.
Yes. All right.
So there we go.
There we go. So once again, we had a fantastic coffee talk of the witches.
Wonderful.
And
I think we covered just about every Sabbath that there is.
Yes.
Coming up anyway.
Yes. And what's coming up for us in the Grove as well. And it's fantastic. And I think that's it for today.
All right.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Bye.
Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.